YouTubers these days are sellouts. All of them. All of them are nothing but sellouts. They've sold out. Since about 2017, every single YouTuber is now politically correct. Let me repeat. Politically correct. This fucking chair, man. What the fuck? I got these chairs, and I have never sat in this chair. I think maybe once before, during a YouTube video. And it's so uncomfortable. And the chair sucks. It's a shitty chair. Anyways, these YouTube creators are all sellouts. Every single one of them. They don't stand up for anything anymore. If you stand for nothing, then you're useless. You're useless to me. And you should be useless to you. I remember when everyone had a different opinion, and that was okay. You were allowed to have a different opinion. Nowadays, you have to be the same. You have to think along the same party lines and just keep tugging upon that line until eventually they might throw you a bone. But in the meantime, you can't have your own ideas. You can't question authority. You have to be silent. You can't say things that are taboo, even if you actually believe in them. You have to keep them a secret. Shh. It's silly. It's fucking silly. I think it all started with Logan Paul back in 2017. And then since then, they've had this adpocalypse. Guys, freedom of speech means you have the right to say whatever you'd like. And we do have that right. Unfortunately, people don't exercise that right if it's going to break their bank account. A lot of these YouTubers just, they have no stream of income. This is all they do. They're just buffoons online. They don't have any morals. They don't stand up for anything anymore. It's sad. I don't really know what else to say. It's incredibly sad because it breaks the internet in a very negative way. In a very negative way. I can remember a time, it was not long ago, when you could disagree with someone, and that would be totally okay. It's totally okay for you to disagree with me. We could still be friends, or at least I could see your side. I could attempt to see where you were coming from. That doesn't exist now. And furthermore, I don't see the problem with someone making a mistake. Even a Logan Paul. It's not like Coca-Cola was freaking out, or whoever sponsored him at the time was freaking out, probably like Audible or some gay shit. They were freaking out like, oh my God, this is going to make us look terrible. I don't think that. If someone did something, I'm not saying that Logan Paul even did anything wrong, for the record, but if someone did do something egregious, the first thing I'm going to do is figure out why they did that. And then if I come to the conclusion, my own conclusion, that it's because they were in the wrong, then I'll handle it on an individualized basis. Maybe I won't watch their content anymore. Maybe I won't be able to believe the things that are coming out of their mouth. But something I won't do is get upset at Coca-Cola. Hey, Coca-Cola, I don't respect you because you sponsored this guy in order to sell products. And guess what he did? He did this. And so I think that about you. No one says that. And yet these people are having their speech stifled. It's not because they aren't allowed to say it. It's because their channel will suffer. Fucking cowards, man. All of them. If you have something on your mind or something that you feel passionate about, then I think it's almost a necessity for you to speak out on it. That's what I do on this channel. Sometimes it's fun and games, and sometimes I have a laugh, right? I'm not the political guy. I'm not the serious guy. I'm not the comedian. I'm everything. I'm a chameleon. I think that's why people love Joe Rogan so much, is because you can't put him in a box. Some people might say he's the guy from Fear Factor. Other people might think he's an MMA cage commentator. Other people say he's a damn good pool player. while others might say he's an archery expert. Can't put him in a box. And I think that's very similar to most humans. Let's talk about, for example, Michael Phelps. He's not just a swimmer. He likes doing other things too. Tiger Woods doesn't just play golf. He also likes to drive drunk and flip his car over in Jupiter, Florida. And for the record, it was supposed to be 20 miles an hour. How the fuck do you flip your car over when it's 20 miles an hour? All you had to do, buddy, you're in probably an Aston Martin or something, I don't know. But I've seen his house in Jupiter. I fished right behind his house before. I caught a shark. It was pretty cool. But I know where you live, dude. You can't tell me that you don't have auto assist. You were just out here freewheeling, living his best life. And that's okay. He can mess up. Everyone's telling him to quit, quit, quit. But I, in accordance to what I've been saying, think he should continue. Not continue getting wasted and driving. Get a fucking Uber, man. My God. Anyone. Anyone pick him up. It's Tiger fucking Woods. But I think that he should continue along his path, whatever he thinks he should be doing. Maybe he'll win another green jacket. But no matter how many times you fuck up in life, as long as you turn yourself around, people aren't dumb. They'll understand. They'll respond to you. They'll realize that you're human. And that's why on this channel, I will say whatever I'd like. And I don't care if brands say, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Let me not support him any longer. Fine, I don't need your money. I don't want your money. I don't care about your money. If this whole thing is about money, then it's pointless. If you make this about money and you're a content creator, then it's going to be a very dismal existence for you because it's going to become a job. I love this. I could speak to you guys all day long about anything. And I talk about damn near everything on here, from gossip to news to political things to worldly events to past experiences of mine, dreams and aspirations and goals and how to set goals and how to be successful, what it's like being poor. I speak about everything. And a lot of people might have a problem with that. And I don't really even think it's the people. I think that it is the fact that the algorithm doesn't know what to do with you because they can't categorize you into a simplistic box like they can, let's say, a Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, what does he do? Oh, he makes fun videos so he can sell chocolate. Fun, fun, fun. Let me win some money today by meeting Mr. Beast. Dude, that's terrible. I hate to say that. Just an example, a great example of how they basically monitor your speech. If I was Mr. Beast, I would probably unalive myself. I probably would if I had to do that. That's not a fun life. You don't want that life. Why not be courageous? Why not speak out? I saw Theo Vaughn yesterday on Joe Rogan, and I love Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan a lot. I've watched Joe Rogan for, 14 years? 13 years now? Religiously. But Theo Vaughn was talking about Palestine, and he was talking about what Israel is doing. And Joe Rogan just acted clueless. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, man? Anyways, on it. He's like, do you need some smelling salts, Theo? You're getting a little wild. No, he's not getting wild. He's actually standing up for something that he believes in. I don't give a fuck about Palestine and I don't give a fuck about Israel. But if you do, then you should speak about it. Because if you don't speak about it, then you might as well be participating. There's no difference. I'd like to think that I'm the type of person that if I see wrong happening in front of me while I'm living life out and about or wherever, I'll speak up and I'll say something. Most people won't. And it's very, very shocking and very disheartening how many people won't say anything because it affects them. It affects them. It could ruin their life. It could ruin their day. It could ruin their reputation. It could make people not want to interact with them. One thing, hands down, I respect about this generation of content creators, and they're kind of old now, but people like Nick Fuentes and even Sneako's silly Mexican ass, is that he stands up for what he believes in. Is it sensationalistic intentionally in order to rage bait and get clips? Yeah, it is. But I don't care about your alternative or about why you would be doing that to begin with. Your uh, your thought process into whether or not you should speak about something. I don't care about his intentions. The result is the same. At least he's courageous enough to speak out. Does he know that he's going to get a following? Is he saying something that he realizes is very, very popular and people agree with him, although they're not allowed to talk about it? Sure. He has a very good niche. Very good niche. Let's go after the low-hanging fruit. Let's go after the president. Let's go after corrupt politicians. Let's go after nations that are committing genocide. Yeah, that's low-hanging fruit. But hey, if no one's willing to speak about it, now everyone dicks on the president. Trust me. No matter who your president is, you'll always talk shit about what they do because they have a very difficult job and they don't serve you. They serve the people that got them elected. Those are the same fucking corporations that don't want you to say words like trans or faggot. It's ridiculous. And for the record, I love trans people. I have no problem with trans people whatsoever. I think that the majority of trans people and people of like LGBTQ, and this is not me backing up on what I said, they're words. I can say whatever I'd like, but that's the exact point I'm trying to make. They're words. They're nothing more than just words. And the only way you would get offended is if you think that word applied to you in negative connotation. What I was going to say is I judge everyone on an individual basis, right? So trans people, I love trans people. They're cool. I don't care. Be whatever you want to be. I have no problem with that. But you're not going to force me to call you something that I don't want to call you. If that's the case, then the next time I go to the club, which I never go to the club anymore because I had too much fun too many times. But if I did, and I met a very, very beautiful young girl on the dance floor, and I said, "Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name?" She told me, and then she asked me my name. And I said, "I am Brad Pitt." "Yep, I'm Brad Pitt. And you know what? I just made a new movie." She's like, "You're not Brad Pitt." I'm like, "You have to call me Brad Pitt." "No, I'm not." She's like, "You're fucking delusional, dude. What are you talking about?" That is all I can think about. That's basically the same thing. It's like, you should respect that person. They are women. Well, they're not women, and they know they're not women. They're trans women. They probably have a mental illness, but it's why, I mean, I probably have a mental illness too. So let's just be imperfect and live together on one planet in harmony and bliss. I don't want to ever attempt to restrict people's freedoms. I think you should do whatever you want to do. People call that libertarian. Yeah, you should be able to take whatever substances you'd like. You should be able to, I don't care, you can cut off your arms and legs and pretend to be quadriplegic. I guess you would be if you did such things, such idiotic things. I don't care. Do whatever you'd like. Date men, date women, date tons of men. Fuck, become Mormon. That's the key. Whoever figured that out. Who is that? Smith? Joseph Smith? That man knew what he was doing. He was fleecing people since the age of like 15. He's like, "I found a magical seer stone that allows me to see a golden tablet." They're like, "Well, that's so cute, Joe. Let me see the tablet." "Well, the tablet's invisible." "Okay, well, can I feel the tablet?" No, no, no. God told me that you can't see the tablet. He just told me, what's that, God? Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, God, I'll tell him. Yeah, no, no, yeah. No, I understand God. Yeah. God told me that I can't show you where the tablet is, but you have to obey me. Nah, 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 nah. I'm a fucking child, bro. You made a religion out of it. But I don't care. Some Mormons are the nicest people ever. Just don't knock on my door when I get off work and I'm in my underwear eating ice cream watching Jerry Springer. Don't knock on my fucking door, okay? That's not how you do it. That's akin to the protesters that are like, climate change, and then they just sit in the middle of the street. It's like, I'm gonna run you over. Stop doing that. I have places to be. I understand climate change, but stop fucking it up. You're making it even worse. You're making me, I have to rev my engine at you. You know how terrible that is for the environment? That I have to rev my engine to get your ass out of the middle of the street so I can get to where I'm supposed to be going? You didn't think about that one, did you? Blue-haired motherfuckers. You nasty. Have you ever realized that the people that are fighting for everyone else are typically the ugliest, like blue-haired, gross, fat, ugly, deformed people? They just want to be different. It's the problem with these types of movements is they want to belong to something. If I can tell who you voted for simply by looking at you, then you are a lot less brilliant than you'd like to think yourself to be. You aren't that special. You're just trying to fit in because you have nothing to fight for. Every generation had things that were almost plaguing them that they felt like they had to take a stand and fight for. We have nothing. We're so comfortable. Look at where I'm at. Look at what I'm wearing. I mean, think about how many people in the world have ever had the opportunity to try on a 14 or $1,200 shirt. Like, that's crazy. And you're going to tell me that you're oppressed. It's ridiculous. And you have Louis Vuitton and all this bullshit. Balenciaga. You drive a Range Rover. You're not oppressed, buddy. And for women out there, you're not oppressed either. You're the end all be all to our society because you've taken away men's balls. They don't do anything anymore that would set a good precedent for them to establish a healthy household because they're afraid. Women rule the world, and you guys damn well know you do too. So stop saying all this oppressed bullshit. You guys go to college at a higher rate, you have a lower dropout rate. On average, you get into better STEM fields now, believe it or not, although less of you are interested in things like science, math, technology, engineering. The ones that are get in at a higher rate than men. You set everything, all the buying, all the consumables within the world and online and at the supermarket are advertised towards women because they know that women make all of the decision making when it comes to things like groceries or household products. If they're looking for a vacuum, they're not going to be targeting that. If they're selling a vacuum, they're not going to target it towards men. They're not going to be like, hey man, what are you doing? Just vacuuming before the Super Bowl. Go Bucks or whatever. No, they're not going to be doing that. I know that I just said Super Bowl, football, and then I said Bucks, like basketball. But it's my world, it's my imagination, it's my mind, and it's my YouTube channel. So if I conflate the two things, football and basketball, then so be it. They both have balls, they both have big, buff, very, very talented African American people that can do sensational things such as run very fast or dunk really hard. It's all the same thing. Nothing but balls. Getting back to people that are gay. No, just kidding. But yeah, you should be able to say whatever you'd like. And I don't think anyone should have a problem with it. And if you do have a problem with it, then leave it in the comments. And I assure you that I read each and every single comment. And furthermore, I will give you a big heart, regardless if you say, cancel him, cancel him. Okay, cancel me. I'll just spring right back up. I think it's so silly. Do you know how you've lost an argument? Do you know how you know that you've lost an argument? When you resort to violence or damnation or call people out or get people to hate them or dox them. It's because you can't win in a civil conversation. You can't change my mind with facts and logic and science and data, so you have to resort to violence. That's what it comes down to. Or you have to say, dox him. I'm going to post on my Facebook that this guy is being so cruel towards people that are oppressed. And oh my God, as I'm drinking my latte from Starbucks and eating a scone, I just want to say that this guy is this, and this. So we should get together and we should end his life. We should end his career. YouTube, hello YouTube, someone said something that I do not like. And I don't like that I don't like what I don't like. Like, do you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, miss. I'm not a miss. Oh, okay. Have you guys seen that thing in GameStop where the guy's like trying to like sell a video game or something, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir. And he says, I'm not a sir. I will show you that I'm not a sir. And he's like kicking over shit. It's like looks like a trailer park guy. It looks like the guy that was on, what's that band called? Every rose has its thorn, and every cowboy. That old band where I forget what it's called. It's not Aerosmith. I don't fucking know what it is. Anyways, he goes, wow. It looks like that guy. He's like a 50-year-old version of a rock star dressed in a small little girl's t-shirt. He's like, I'm not a ma'am. I'm not a ma'am. I need your corporate office number. And he's like, okay, sir. I'm not a sir. You better respect me or I will beat your ass. I will drop you right here, right now, brother. Well, Hulk Hogan in him. But yeah, what girl do you know that would say, immediately resort to violence? I will kick your ass. You're like, hey, Ashley, I don't really like your nails. I think they looked better last month than they do this month. I just think that was more your color. And Ashley's like, I will beat your ass if you talk about my nails. Fuck you. Like, that's not what a girl sounds like. That's what a guy does. So you pretty much just proved all of our points. So let's see. I'm going to put this out here for everyone. And if you respect it, or at least if you understand where I'm coming from, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. That's all I have to say. Hit the subscribe button and you'll get more of this. Or if you don't, then I suppose that you will just get the same old chicken shit bullshit that you're used to seeing on YouTube. How many bubbles can I blow in 60 seconds? I challenge this guy to a race and the winner gets $500,000. Oh my God. Can someone survive underwater? Breathing nothing but, not breathing at all actually, for 2 weeks. And in return, I will buy them a Ferrari. If you want that shit, then fair enough, you can have it. But if you want something real, and you want to support someone that's real, that will probably never be monetized, and is totally cool with it, then support me. Thank you very much. And make sure you watch the rest of my clips that I have out here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be on YouTube for the next 20 years. People always say, you're gonna fail. You only fail if you quit. If you don't quit, then you don't fail. Just think about that and try to apply that to your own life. I know it's difficult out there nowadays, but no matter how difficult it is, just rise to the occasion and don't give up. And you can do absolutely anything you want to do. I'm a living proof of it. And I will set just another example of that proof here on YouTube.